On opening soon by design, 2 stressed out parents, 2 jet-lagged designers, and 165 unfinished rooms.
If we don't fix it now, every hotel coming down the line is going to come out backwards.
A hotel in the making or a disaster waiting to happen?
You know where the shut-off is?
It's a busy Chicago day.
I'm gonna say hi to Mom and Dad first. No! Me!
The Cornota kids rarely get to see their parents, so they're visiting them at work.
How was school?
Fun.
Don't bite me. Don't bite me.
Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning.
Or should I say good evening? I think they build things and they do files and they talk on the phone with people about boring stuff.
Actually, Bonnie and Jean Cornota have been hotel owners and builders for 17 years.
We're developers, we're owners, but we also act as our own general contractors.
They're used to having full control, but this project's different. Bonnie and Jean have bought a franchise of a brand new hotel chain. That means they put up the money, but they don't have the final say on how to spend it.
They made all these metal curves, just like you see over there.
They're taking a dingy hotel formerly known as the Claridge and gutting it to create a new Hotel Indigo. $3.5 million spread over 14 floors, 165 rooms. It's a 16-hour-a-day job, and they've got 3 kids to raise.
You're juggling balls in the air constantly, and one of them is always dropping.
That tooth is coming out, buddy. You're going to have a visit from the tooth fairy very soon.
If you have a really good day at work, then you realize that you don't have bread for tomorrow's school lunch.
Time is a problem. They could face bankruptcy if they're not open for the spring convention season.
I would say that we are 8-9 weeks out from having heads in beds.
But before they get heads in beds, they have to get the design in line. Bart Mills and Tracy Barker are the designers and enforcers of the Hotel Indigo brand.
Reservations, domestic.
Like the Cornotas, Bart and Tracy are stretched to the limit.
I can honestly say we're flying once and twice a week as of late, which you don't realize while you're doing it, but when you stop to think about it, it's like, how are we getting anything done?
Bart's an architect and Tracy's a graphic designer.
But we've left those traditional roles and we're now storytellers. And we call that marketecture, marketing your brand through your built environment, telling your story. Storytelling is what brings the customer back. Storytelling is why when you walk into Starbucks, you know exactly what their story is.
For Tracy and Bart, good storytelling means absolute consistency. They need each Hotel Indigo to follow their plans exactly.
All right, I'm marking 7 feet. Are we tight? All right, at 7 feet.
We had to create a brand that you could go into any number of structures regardless of age and style.
That space was so tight, it was a very narrow bowling alley type space, very small storefront going back very deep. So to be able to bring the Indigo concept and come in to open that up and get the flows that you wanted was really challenging.
Bart and Tracy have a plan, and it all goes back to a proportion found over and over in nature. It's called the golden mean. In fact, every human being embodies the golden mean. For example, the distance from head to navel compared to the distance from head to foot always produces the same ratio.
Okay, so if we take 64.5 inches, where Tracy's belly button is, just by telling you how tall she is, I'm saying Tracy's belly button is 39.86 inches off the floor.
I don't know.
So it'd be roughly 40. How about that? There you are. You're perfect.
This ratio has been used for beauty, to bring beauty and balance in architecture and art and music and design for centuries.
Bart and Tracy are obsessed with the golden mean. Every design element in the hotel, including the all-important front desk, must follow the equation to a T.
The desk will curve around and form a nautilus shell, and the wall itself actually becomes part of the logarithmic spiral of the nautilus shell.
The theory is customers respond subconsciously to the design and want to come back.
Everything that touches the customer and employee alike must speak back to that brand, and every design decision must speak back to the brand.
That doesn't leave room for compromise. Bonnie and Jean would love it to be perfect, but getting it built is their priority.
The face and the underside of the soffit on the headboard wall would be white?
White, it should definitely be white.
Signature blue.
No, white.
Do you want to look at the floor now, though?
The logo in the lobby floor has to be a perfect embodiment of the golden mean. Tracy's designed it so individual pieces are inlaid in the floor. Jean says it's cheaper to inlay the pieces into a background.
It would be very expensive to inlay each one of these pieces. I mean, than to drop one piece in.
The fabricator he wants us to use is a product that we really don't want to use, which would require us then to cut a shape and have the logo in it, and then drop that into the floor.
But messing with the brand is a big no-no for Tracy.
I'd rather get rid of it than take the logo and put it in a shape. You don't want to start manipulating or changing or bastardizing the logo, especially this early on in the game. When we leave it, we want it to have very specific brand standards. Okay. That's a bummer.
Details like the logo are pushing expenses way over the original $3.5 million budget.
I think we'll end up in the $4.5 million range if we're lucky.
Now everybody's working off of the same drawings, right? But until it all comes together, you really don't know what you're going to get. You just kind of keep your fingers crossed that everybody did their job right.
Opening day is 8 weeks away.
It's like, my God, the sky is falling, my eyeballs are going to pop out, and I'm going to die.
6 weeks to the opening of Hotel Indigo Chicago. The hallways are being transformed, and the look of the lobby is starting to emerge. But for Bonnie and Jean, long days at the hotel have meant even longer days away from their kids.
It's pretty tense. Because anything can go wrong.
It's like, my God, the sky is falling, my eyeballs are going to pop out, and I'm going to die.
Breakfast is the only time the family's together.
Table. Come on. Gotta go.
Even with Jean's sister and Bonnie's mother helping out, things are starting to fall through the cracks.
Listen, she's got one problem in her homework that I could not answer. Little Layla the other night burst into tears. We were talking about something. Well, my mom and dad are just not home anymore.
Sorry you got my panicked message last night, eh?
Now we're staying until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, every night. So we just kind of, go in and wave at them while they're sleeping, and we see them in the morning.
It's an impossible situation. They need to be home, but they can't risk being away from the hotel. The budget's skyrocketing, and it's more important than ever that they open on time.
It's not supposed to go to Georgia, it's supposed to go to Chicago.
Tracy and Bart have pulled themselves away from their other projects. Hotel Indigo needs all their attention.
There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Let me fire this off over to you.
Remember, I called you yesterday? In the past 2 weeks, we have been in New York, Las Vegas, Providence, New London, Connecticut, Chicago.
The Chicago trip is about murals, another of Hotel Indigo's non-negotiable design features.
This one, so when you walk in, you can see you're going to be walking in like this.
The murals are photos Tracy took and blew up into oversized prints.
We are printing on actual wallpaper. It's the same wallpaper that they wallpaper hotels with, so it's very durable.
For the lobby, they've taken a page from the hotel's past, a tribute to its former life as the Claridge.
And so Tracy's taken some great shots of that sign with the sky and the clouds in the background.
Pretty much how yours shoot. If you come back here and shoot from like there, as you walk in to the hotel on the left-hand side of the lobby, that will be the ceiling mural. And then the other ceiling murals will just be the sunny blue sky.
So that just kind of became our tribute to the Claridge.
Tracy's won her fight to get the logo in the lobby floor made just the way she wanted, without a border.
The logo was a worry, and Tracy worked it out.
I knew they could do the floor. I knew they could make the cuts. I knew it would be perfect.
It isn't going to cost more, but it's going to take time. The furniture design is another non-negotiable item, but the manufacturer's having trouble getting it made.
The activity table goes here, Bart. There's a floor lamp here.
It doesn't become a room until you see furniture in it.
The furniture is designed to look cottagey. It takes a lot of it to fill 165 rooms and more time than they have to install it. And half of it is missing.
A lot of the first scheduled furniture came, but not all of it.
And we're at the point now where I should already have 4 floors of it installed. And we're running on a schedule that there can't be any hiccups.
Then there are the bathroom vanities. They're supposed to have granite tops, but the granite is missing in China.
It's the granite for the vanities. So now we have nice wood vanity tops.
And nothing to put on them.
And nothing to put on them.
Yeah.
It's April, and the conventions are coming. Missing furniture, unfinished sinks. They're a long way from heads and beds. The dream hotel is in danger of becoming a money pit.
And every day this doesn't open is thousands of dollars in revenue lost.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
At a minimum, that's a $30,000 a day loss for every day that I do not open beyond the 16th of May.
It's not like they need the pressure.
Done it, done it, done it, done it, done it, done it, done it. Oh, really, are you done it?
No. I wish this hotel was done.
Opening day is 6 weeks away.
Do you think we penetrated the hot water pipe here?
It's not coming out of the drain. Do we know where the shutoff is?
It's 3.5 weeks to Hotel Indigo Chicago's scheduled opening. The reception area is taking shape, but each of the 14 floors is in a different stage of chaos, and so is the Carnota family.
I'm not at home. I see my kids about 40 minutes a day. They miss us. You begin to connect the dots when you see them acting out. That's their way of telling you that they want you back in their life.
Bye.
But it's the hotel demanding their attention now.
It's just so many little things. I think that's what kind of took me by surprise.
Excellent, excellent, excellent job, guys.
Designers Tracy Barker and Bart Mills have logged another 10,000 frequent flyer miles, juggling their other projects. Now they're back to enforce every detail of their brand vision.
I caught something in here that weren't they supposed to be higher?
Yes, they were. They're supposed to be up.
It's too late. 165 shelves will be in the wrong place. But Tracy's determined that the murals are done right.
If you could give me a call on my cell. There's one size change on the apple mural.
Just as retail stores change their look with the season, the murals in all the guest rooms will change every few months.
Photography speaks back to the brand. Andy's doing the beach glass right now. If you stay here twice a year, 4 times a year, and you always ask for a king non-smoking, chances are you'll get the blueberries or the cable knit or the mussel shells or the iris, and it will be a different room. So it's not the same old, same old.
The colors in the murals and on the walls throughout the hotel all have a purpose.
Okay.
Case in point, the color blue.
It lowers your heart rate, it lowers your blood pressure, gives you a sense of belonging, peace of mind.
The missing granite for the bathrooms finally arrives from China. To get it here, Bonnie had to open her checkbook.
Trying to get 12 to 15,000 pounds worth of granite air-shipped from China. It ended up costing as much to ship it here as it did to purchase it.
Half of the furniture is still missing. Getting it in place in time means blowing the budget even further.
Now we're going to double our shifts. The budget goes out the window, and everybody is working for whatever fee they want you to pay.
But at least the Nautilus shell logo for the floor is here.
Trace, I got the logo. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's backwards. They laminated the wrong side because this is the logo.
They did a beautiful job.
It's gorgeous, but this is the logo.
If we don't fix it now, every hotel coming down the line is going to come out backwards.
A new logo will have to be cut, and it may not be ready for opening. If there is an opening. A flood threatens equipment, materials, and the new lobby floor.
Do you think we penetrated the hot water pipe here? No idea.
You need to move this trim or it's all going to get toasted. It's not coming out of the drain. Do we know where the shutoff is?
6 days to opening. Out front, the hotel sports its new name. Inside, the lobby has survived the flood with minor damage. A new logo's on order, hopefully facing the right way. But for every room, there's a long list of things still to be done.
You know, we divide and conquer, and that's been my husband's phrase over the last 6 months. I take signage, he handles plumbing. I take rooms, he handles the public area. And we just, you make lists and you keep checking it off and then adding to it. Oh, beautiful. Room signage.
Even something as simple as room signage comes with new worries.
But this, and this is missing the hand that goes that way.
Correct.
We had a few signs that were misspelled. We had some signs that were directional and the arrow was pointing in the wrong direction. This is a $200 sign. And they missed the little hand guy. There we go, we only have 163 more.
But after months of worrying over hotel details, something's just made all that seem irrelevant. Bonnie and Jean's 8-year-old daughter, Layla, may be seriously ill.
Today I got a call from the physician and she said, I saw something on the x-ray and it's abnormal. You come to a grinding halt and then you have to fight really hard to get your mind back on the other 900 things you're doing, because all I want to do is take her, get the film, chase the doctor down, and have her tell me everything's okay.
Opening day is 6 days away.
Have you ever seen one of those, you know, at the end of a movie where all of a sudden the film stops to a still?
It's 5 days to the opening of Hotel Indigo Chicago. You'd never know it. Lights are still being hung. Rooms are filled with construction dust. But for the last 24 hours, all Bonnie and Jean have cared about is one phone call.
Well, I just learned that the x-ray is normal. So she has a normal heart and a normal lung. And so now I can move ahead with life. I mean, literally, have you ever seen one of those, you know, at the end of a movie where all of a sudden the film stops to a still? That's how I was feeling yesterday. And all of a sudden I'm back to life. Life is good and I'm ready to tackle another hotel.
But before they tackle another hotel, they have to finish this one.
You know, we'll be working around the clock if we have to get it open. It's paramount to open.
This is Tracy and Bart's last chance to get everything right.
So what do you think?
I think it's great.
Bonnie and Jean make a hard choice. They'll open an unfinished hotel. That means the first week won't be sold out.
We'll open floors 14 through 8 with a very high degree of certainty, and floor 7 and possibly 6.
The tape.
But one thing has to be perfect: the lobby. The first impression customers will have of Hotel Indigo. Levels in hand, Tracy and Bart are making sure that everything is in exact proportion.
Okay, I'm on this end.
Up, stop.
If you notice, it's all written in a script reverse. It's all mirrored, which is the way Leonardo da Vinci, who was a big proponent of the golden section and the golden mean, had kept all of his notes.
The logo is unveiled and guests are ready to check into the brand new Hotel Indigo. Where it was dark and stuffy, the lobby's now a bright, colorful space. The curved front desk allows hotel staff the freedom to move through the lobby area and interact with visitors. These hallways were drab and beige. Now they're awash with color. There are 17 different room types, each with a custom hardwood floor. The murals will change with the seasons, a signature of the Hotel Indigo brand. As guests check in for the night, partygoers are getting their first view of Chicago's newest traveler's retreat.
I think the hotel's really great. They really did a great job in the decorating and the remodeling of it.
The lobby design is a hit. People are intrigued by the bizarre backward writing.
I noticed right away. I've just been trying to read the wall, but I can't quite figure it out.
I'm proud of them, and I'm also proud of myself because I have been helping them, and I didn't think that they could accomplish such a big thing.
The Cronotas are more relaxed than they've been in weeks. And Tracy and Bart, they're obsessing over one last detail, a gift for Bonnie and Jean, early sketches of the hotel's new design.
You know, it makes it a very special gift. It's something that's personal and
really special for us. This whole
And there's your Nautilus shell.
Get right there on the floor.
one that finally got there, right?
It's popping up a bit.
It's probably even going the wrong way.
Hotel Indigo in Chicago, now taking reservations.
I'm hot and eight. I'm hot and anybody else. Not anymore. Ew. Something tells me you spit right in that cup.